Welcome back to Infinite Heart Stories, where we uncover the profound wisdom hidden within the journeys of those who dare. Today, we stand before the sacred summit, a towering challenge that represents the highest aspirations and dreams of every human. Meet Daniel, a man who believes that speed is the only metric that matters and effort is the only key. And here is Marcus, who believes that preparation dictates the outcome, and that wisdom is far more valuable than muscle. They both desire to reach the peak before sunset, but their strategies for conquering this mountain are completely and utterly different. As soon as the journey begins, Daniel sprints forward with explosive energy, convinced that getting ahead early ensures a victory. Marcus, however, does not take a single step up the mountain yet, choosing instead to walk toward a small cabin. Daniel chooses the widest path available, feeling great as he covers massive distance in what seems like record-breaking time. Marcus seeks out Elder Elena, a legendary guide who has climbed the summit more times than anyone else alive today. Daniel looks back and sees no one, convincing himself that his strategy of pure hustle is the only way forward. He spends precious time listening to her advice, receiving a detailed map that reveals the hidden dangers of the mountain. The map indicates a path that looks incredibly difficult and slow, but Elena assures him it is the only way. With the map in hand, Marcus finally begins his ascent, moving at a pace that seems painfully slow to observers. 2 hours in, Daniel is miles ahead, fueled by adrenaline and the false security of the wide and easy path. Marcus struggles with the steep terrain, fighting for every inch, making his journey look like a struggle compared to Daniel. From above, it looks like a massacre. Daniel has covered 5 times the distance that Marcus has managed to climb. Daniel feels the incline increase slightly, but he ignores the burn in his legs, pushing through with sheer brute force. Marcus stops frequently to check his bearings, ensuring that every single step he takes is in the correct direction. In his haste, Daniel zooms past a warning sign hidden by foliage, too focused on speed to notice the danger. The path Marcus chose is dangerous and demanding, requiring total focus and patience, testing his mental resolve with every step. 4 hours later, the fatigue begins to set in for Daniel as the smooth road starts to crumble away. Marcus has found a sustainable rhythm, conserving his energy and moving with the steady persistence of a flowing river. Seeing the peak in the distance, Daniel tries to sprint again, believing one last push will grant him the victory. But suddenly, his world comes to a crashing halt as the wide path ends abruptly at an unclimbable cliff. He stares up in disbelief at the granite wall. There is no way forward, only the harsh reality of failure. He frantically searches for a bypass, but the terrain offers no mercy, trapping him in a box of his own making. Miles away, Marcus is pulling himself up a steep incline, tired but confident, because his map confirms he is right. Daniel collapses in sheer exhaustion, the crushing realization hitting him that speed means nothing if the direction is wrong. From his high vantage point, Marcus can see the path below, noticing exactly where the wide road hits the dead end. With no other option, Daniel forces himself to turn around, facing the humiliating and painful journey back to the start. As the afternoon sun begins to dip, bathing the mountain in gold, Marcus continues his steady ascent toward the clouds. When the trail seems to disappear, Marcus trusts the map, finding a hidden passage that instinct alone would have missed. One man is moving fast but retreating in failure, while the other moves slow but is advancing towards ultimate victory. Daniel stumbles back to the starting line just as the light fades, his energy spent on a journey to nowhere. At that very moment, Marcus pulls himself up the final ledge, standing triumphant as the sunset embraces the sacred summit. He breathes in the thin, crisp air, his heart full of peace, knowing that his patience has paid the ultimate price. This story reveals 3 golden principles for life. The first is simple but powerful. You must pause before you sprint. Taking time to think looks like delay, but it is actually an investment that saves you from years of wasted effort. Choosing your direction carefully will always get you to your destination faster than running blindly in the wrong direction. The second principle is to seek guidance. You do not have to figure out every single puzzle by yourself. A good map from someone who has been there before is worth more than a pair of the strongest legs. Wisdom is leverage. It allows you to borrow the experience of others to avoid the pitfalls that trapped them. The third and final principle is to accept the slow path. The right way often looks harder at the beginning. Crowds flock to the easy roads, but those roads often lead to mediocrity or dead ends that waste your potential. True success requires the humility to walk slowly when everyone else is running, trusting that your path is true. Daniel had the energy, the drive, and the ambition, yet he failed because he lacked the strategy to guide him. Marcus succeeded not because he was faster, but because he was smarter enough to stop and ask for the way. Think of effort as the engine of your life. It provides the power, the noise, and the forward momentum. But choice is the steering wheel. Without it, that power is uncontrolled and will eventually drive you off a cliff. We often glorify the hustle, praising those who sleep less and work more, assuming that busyness equals effective progress. But the architect who spends days on the blueprint saves the builders months of correcting mistakes during the construction phase. The farmer who selects the right seeds will always harvest more than the one who simply throws seeds at random. It is never too late to change. Even Daniel, after his failure, can choose to walk toward the cabin now. Failure is only final if you refuse to learn from it. Daniel takes his first step towards true wisdom today. The guides are always there, waiting for us to drop our ego and ask for the help we need. Meanwhile, Marcus enjoys the view from the top, not because he is superhuman, but because he respected the process. Life is a long ascent. There is no prize for who starts the fastest, only for who finishes the climb. Ask yourself today, are you running fast like Daniel? Or are you preparing wisely, like Marcus, for your journey? Do you have a map for where you are going? Or are you just hoping that speed will save you? Take a moment today to pause. Look at your path. Make sure it leads to where you want to go. Do not be afraid of the slow path. Do not fear being behind others. Your journey is unique to you. We need both the engine and the steering wheel. Effort and wisdom must work together to take you to the top. The mountain does not care how fast you run. It only respects those who understand its laws and its paths. Your scars and your worn-out shoes are badges of honor, proving that you chose the path of growth and truth. Tomorrow is another chance to choose your path. Will you sprint blindly, or will you pause and plan your victory? Look around you. The masters of their craft are never in a rush. They are deliberate, focused, and always prepared. Be the candle that burns steadily through the night, not the firework that explodes for a second and then vanishes. As Marcus prepares to return, he carries not just the memory of the view, but the character he built climbing. And Daniel, sitting in the cabin, is starting his real journey now. One that begins within his own mind and heart. Life gives us these two choices every single day. The easy way that ends, or the hard way that ascends. Remember this mantra as you face your own mountains. Direction over speed, strategy over strength, and wisdom over haste. We are all learning to climb. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself the time to find the right map first. The world is vast and full of summits waiting for you. Make sure you are climbing the one that matters. If this story resonated with your heart, please like and subscribe to join our community of thoughtful and ambitious souls. Thank you for watching Infinite Heart Stories. Choose your path wisely, and I will see you in the next video.